Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Julie from Living Large on Lifetime, and it's time for another WWWJD. What would Weight Watcher Julie do? That's right, you guys. Although I do work for Weight Watchers as a receptionist and leader, this channel is in no way endorsed by or affiliated with Weight Watchers in any way. Everything here is my own opinion, and this is my own personal channel. So let's jump right into the questions. I have two questions for you guys today. The first one comes from Lisa Chandler. Lisa says, one thing I have trouble with is how to handle going to someone's house for dinner. That is really hard to plan. Any ideas? Oh boy, do I. I have some ideas for you, Lisa, and the rest of you. This can be a tricky situation, and you don't want to step on anybody's toes. So sometimes there's a fine line between being polite and making yourself a priority and sticking up for yourself and your health challenges. So first of all, if it's a potluck or a family get-together, by all means, feel free to bring your own dish, something that you know fits within your meal plan that you can have. If that's the only thing there that you can have, just have that. But feel free to bring your own dish, just make sure to bring enough for everyone. If it's at a dinner party, this is where it gets a little bit trickier. You can volunteer to bring salad, appetizers, or a healthy dessert. And if the host or hostess says no thanks, just leave it at that. I know it's gonna be tough, but at least offer, volunteer. Don't ask, because then there's more chance they'll say no. Just say, hey, I'd love to bring, and volunteer to bring salad, appetizers, or a healthy dessert. Again, if they say no, then it's okay, leave it at that. Number 3, eat a healthy snack before you leave the house so you're not starving when you arrive. Then that way you're not gonna like scarf down on every single thing. Number 4, try to avoid, and this may be hard in a small dinner party setting, but try to avoid creamy soups, salad dressings, gravy, or sauces. Instead, load up on vegetables and lean protein. Eat hearty of those things, and then your host or hostess will not feel disappointed that you're not eating that much. Number 6, stick to 1 alcoholic beverage for dinner and 1 alcoholic beverage for dessert. If you can do even one step better than that, stick to just 1 alcoholic beverage for the entire evening. It depends on how long the evening is and, of course, what type of party you're going to be having, because some people just serve endless amounts of wine and some people will just serve 1 or 2 cocktails. So try to limit to 1 or 2. Number 7, choose beforehand to either have a piece of bread or have a piece of dessert. Don't have both. Just make that one little sacrifice. Either have bread or have dessert, but don't have both. The bottom line is that dinner with friends is about connecting and community, friendship, hanging out with your friends, enjoying each other's company. Don't lose sight of the big picture. If all else fails, just eat smaller portions of whatever is being served, track it the best you can, enjoy it, and then throw in an extra workout that week. The best you can do. That is sometimes the best you can do. Thanks for that question. I appreciate that so much. The next question comes from Stacy Spencer, and Stacy says, ideas on how to handle food in the office? Ahaha. Again, another situation I have plenty of experience with. I have a few suggestions for you. First of all, divert the snacks as far away from your desk as possible and avoid that area. What you don't see is less likely to tempt you. When I first started working at this job, every party we had, every snack, anything went directly to a shelf attached to my desk. And I had to stare at it all day long, and I was the one person who never ate it. So eventually it did get moved to another cubicle, but try to divert as far away from your desk as possible. Suggest to other people that maybe the snacks should be left in the kitchen or at least in some different area, and avoid that area at all costs. Number 2, don't rely on salad to keep you full. If there are temptations at the office and you're not properly satiated, you will give in to those temptations. Always have plenty of lean protein and maybe even a light carb to help keep you satisfied and round out your lunch so you're less likely to reach for those tempting snacks. Number 3, keep your own healthy snacks on hand. Like Weight Watchers snacks and bars, they have a lot of really good sweet or salty snacks, protein drinks, fruit, yogurt, hard-boiled eggs, etc. Make sure that these are things you actually enjoy eating, because if you're faced with temptation of, say, a chocolate chip cookie and you're trying to fight that with a hard-boiled egg, you may not be likely to go for the egg. However, if you have a Weight Watchers baked chocolate peanut butter snack, protein bar, then it's probably a better bet you would go for that over the chocolate chip cookie. So have the right things on hand and things that you actually like to eat. Number 4, exercise at work. Find a way to fit steps into your day. Either walk on your breaks and at lunch, or you can walk to the furthest copier or the furthest bathroom, and you can also walk to speak to a coworker instead of engaging them through just a message or a phone call. Number 5, if you just can't get the treat off your mind, vow to drink a full glass of water before you indulge in the office snack. Don't forget to enjoy it, track it, and then you know what? Just move on. And number 6, oh, that was for the other question. Bring your own healthy dishes to potlucks. So yeah, if you can't get the treat off your mind, just go for it. Enjoy it. No guilt. No guilt. Have that drink of water, enjoy it, track it, and just move on. So I did come across an article while I was researching to answer these 2 questions, and the article was called How to Stay on Plan When Others Are Eating. This actually applies to both scenarios, both in the office and at a dinner party, so I thought I would just read all of these suggestions to you guys as well, because they're really, really good ideas, because we're always going to be surrounded by people who are eating, whether they're eating the right foods that we can eat with them, or whether they're eating the wrong foods that we should not eat with them. We're always going to be surrounded by people who are eating. Here's a way to stay on plan when others around you are eating. Number 1, separate from food. This seems like an obvious strategy, but you'd be surprised how often we navigate to the kitchen at parties and barbecues. Instead, forge a new path. If the group is in the kitchen surrounded by open bowls of chips and other snacks, ask the host for a tour of the house or find a quiet spot for relaxing to chat with an old friend. Perfect. Number 2, face away from the table. If your event is in a one-room space and the food table is set up in half of it, you'll have a hard time separating yourself from the treats that are going to derail your diet. But you can face away from them and face away from the table. Find a friend, preferably one who is not eating, and position yourself with your back to the buffet or food tables. Then strike up a conversation and talk your way out of it. Number 3, chew gum. I do this all the time. One of the best ways to banish food cravings is to chew gum. Find a strong mint flavor to enjoy and keep it on hand. Chewing gum will leave your mouth feeling fresh breath, and no desire to taste sweet or salty foods, in most cases. Number 4, get chatty. Your mother probably told you that it's not polite to talk about food, talk with food in your mouth. So one of the best ways to stick to your diet around others is to talk. In fact, hungry friends may thank you as it gives them more time to indulge while you are talking. Number 5, I think we're on 5, avoid alcohol. This tip is especially hard during the holidays, but the fact is that drinking wine, beer, or other alcoholic beverages not only adds empty calories to your waistline, but it also diminishes your motivation to stay on your diet. I can tell you that firsthand. Number 7, 6 or 7, let's stop counting. Keep a drink in your hand. But what did I just say? Even if you avoid alcohol, you should still keep a beverage on hand while you're standing around at parties, buffets, and barbecues. It's harder to eat if one hand is occupied. Low calorie or no calorie drinks help you feel full, and they fill your mouth with flavor so you don't feel deprived. Get busy. Your party host or hostess will love you, and stick to your diet will be easier if you ask for a job at your next social function. Greet guests, set the table, take coats, organize the kids, or offer to do dishes. When you get busy, you have less time to eat and you spend more time socializing. Next, find an accountability buddy. If someone you know is also on a diet, make an agreement to hold each other accountable throughout the night. Then check in with each other occasionally to keep each other motivated. Next, be honest. Don't be afraid to tell coworkers, friends, or family members that you're trying to eat a healthy diet or lose weight. Sometimes the confession itself helps to keep you accountable, and your friends may be willing to support you as you make smart decisions throughout the night. Next, create positive self-talk. It can be easy to feel deprived if you feel like everyone else gets to eat whatever they want and you have to deny yourself food or drinks that you love. But you can turn that negative thinking around to help you stay on your diet. Before your event, make a list of a couple of things that you gain by sticking to your diet at the party, like self-confidence, a feeling of accomplishment, or a guilt-free morning the day after the event. That's a good one. Remind yourself of these special benefits if you start to feel bad about missing out. So I hope all of these tips helped you guys in these specific situations and more. We're gonna be surrounded by social food situations a lot in the next few months with the holidays coming up, and it would just be a great idea to review this video next month. The month after that, November, December. We need to help each other out and stay strong during the holidays, and these are some great tips to help us do exactly that. So if you guys have a question for me, if you have a specific situation you would like advice on, or any kind of Weight Watchers question or question in general, let me know down below in the description box, and I will talk to you on the next WWWJD. Thanks for watching. Bye.